The queen returning to the competition is Jewel. Now let the real competition start.
I'm back, and this time, that crown is mine.
The queens all gather in the workroom and welcome Jewel back into the competition. Jewel thanks them all and says that she's excited to be here again. Garnet says that she did feel that Jewel's time on season 1 was cut too short. Ruggie adds that it was because she was robbed. GLaDOS interjects saying that pretty much half of the queens on season 1 were robbed.
Honestly, I'm super excited to see Jewel here. I do still plan on leaving everyone in the dust while I'm racing for that crown, but it'd be cool to make some friends as I do.
Jewel has more experience than any of us, so I'm sure she'll be tough competition. Probably. Listen, she was second out for a reason.
Garnet won the mini challenge.
The real race has started now. I have to be on my best game from here on out.
My queens, for this week's challenge you all will be improvising in a political debate. Good luck out there, and don't fuck it up.
As the queens get ready, May asks Leafeon and Jean what they think of this week's challenge. Leafeon says that she's worried since she doesn't know the most about politics. Jean says that you don't need to be a politician, all we have to do is make Jessica laugh or applaud your performance and you're good. May admits she thought the same as Leafeon and thanks Jean for her advice.
I'm not against helping a girl out, but if they genuinely thought that, then I don't have the highest hopes for them in this competition. No shade.
Meanwhile, Ruggie is complaining that it's a bit unfair that a literal king is here for a political challenge. Nick says that it's fine since Bowser isn't a very good king, she can't even get a wife. The two of them laugh. Bowser overhears their conversation and says that she's an excellent king. Nick asks for proof, to which Bowser is confused by, leaving her speechless. Both Nick and Ruggie laugh as they get their final preparations in order.
Not to be rude or shady, or whatever people are worried about being when they say something awful, but I'm not afraid of Bowser in this competition. I honestly think she's going to bomb the entire way through, just like her career.
These queens can underestimate me all they want. It doesn't change the fact that I am Bowser, King Koopa herself, and I will destroy this competition.
The queens will now improvise in a political debate. Nick Wilde slayed the challenge. GLaDOS, Garnet, Pacifica Northwest and Jean had a great performance. Leafeon, Ruggie Bucci, May, Rouge, Bowser, Jewel and Mettaton had a good performance.
A lot of us did good. I wish I had done better though, to really show everyone that I am not to be messed with this time around.
As the queens get ready for the runway, Pacifica tells GLaDOS to improve on her runways this time around since last week she looked awful. GLaDOS asks, does the runway really matter when the challenge isn't based on it? Pacifica says of course it does. GLaDOS says she'd like to see Pacifica's runway earn her the win this week as well since she's so good at runways.
I know Pacifica is just trying to get under my metallic plates, but I think she can do a lot better than that.
Looking back on what I said, I did sound like a bitch. I just want this season to be the runway season of the century, and if you can't deliver on that, not only are you making yourself look bad by looking like that on the runway, but you're just going to be a stain on a legendary season.
The queens will now bring it to the runway. Category is Hometown. Garnet, Jewel and May slayed the runway. Mettaton, Rouge, Ruggie Bucci and Leafeon had a great runway. Nick Wilde, Jean, Pacifica Northwest, GLaDOS and Bowser had a good runway.
I slayed that runway and I did pretty good in the challenge. I hope to get placed in the top this week.
I ate that runway. I didn't do the best in this week's challenge, but you have to give it to me. I swept most of those girls under the rug on that runway this week. I wish I had this on the actual runway challenge, but it's whatever.
Jean, Nick, Pacifica, May, Leafeon and Bowser, you represent the tops and bottoms of the week. Garnet, GLaDOS, Mettaton, Jewel, Rouge, and Ruggie, you're all safe.
I don't know how I, someone who literally works for the government, ended up just safe for this week, but at least I'm not in the bottom, so I'll take it.
Nick Wilde, congratulations, you are the winner of this week's challenge. Jean and Pacifica, good job this week, you're safe.
Hell yeah, I won. Not surprising since I dominated that challenge. A part of me was a bit worried that my runway wouldn't be enough to get me the win. Thankfully, I was wrong. Now let's see who's in the bottom. Oh. Well, would you look at that?
May, Leafeon and Bowser, you represent the bottoms of the week. May, you're safe.
Thank goodness I'm safe. I honestly wasn't expecting to be placed in the bottom. That shook me up a lot.
That means Leafeon and Bowser, you are both up for elimination.
I don't know how I ended up in the bottom so soon. But I can't be the first one out. I'm sorry, Bowser, but the House of Evolutions must slay.
I may be in the bottom, but King Koopa is more than just a one-trick turtle. I'll show Jessica how great of a lip syncer I am and send this bag of leaves home.
2 queens, stand before me. Ladies, this is your last chance to impress me and save yourself from elimination. The time has come for you to lip sync for your life.
Bowser had a good lip sync. Leafeon flopped the lip sync.
Bowser.
Shantae, you stay.
Leafeon.
Sashay away. This is Untucked.
The queens all congratulate Nick for her win and Bowser for surviving the lip sync. Nick asks Bowser if she has that proof yet, to which Bowser tells Nick to shut up. Garnet asks what's with this tension between those two. Ruggy says that Bowser is just upset that Nick won since Nick was trash-talking her earlier. Garnet takes Bowser aside and talks to her privately. She asks Bowser if she's alright, to which she says she is. Garnet says that's good. Bowser asks if Garnet brought her over here just for a checkup. Garnet says no and says that she actually wanted to give Bowser some advice. She says that Bowser shouldn't let everything get inside her head. If queens are trash-talking you, they're still talking about you, and that's better than being ignored. Bowser thanks Garnet for her words but says that she's really fine. Garnet says alright before going back to the main group. Meanwhile, Pacifica asks Rouge how did someone who literally works for the government not place in the top. Rouge says she doesn't know since she herself finds her job to be mostly hilarious. GLaDOS interrupts the two by saying it's because politics and the government aren't as funny as people like to make them out to be. Both Rouge and Pacifica tells her to shut up.